Hello, I am in existence. Welcome to the world. So this world is actually, I'm gonna go come over here and punch a tree because that's what you do in Minecraft. But this world is actually one I've been playing on for a little bit because I recently had my computer completely die on me and I had to buy a new one. And the Minecraft worlds I had on my old computer, I haven't been able to transfer over to this one yet. So I was like, screw it, I'm gonna start playing a new world. And I did. And this is that world. So this is Spawn, which is it's pretty nice. It's like standard forest, um, jungle over there, birch forest over there, whatever the heck's over there. But over here we have a bridge thing that I've been working on and keep forgetting about. And you can see there's a little bit of savanna here, and that actually does continue on for quite a bit, which I can go show you. To be honest, I didn't need to chop down that tree or punch the tree to death. I just wanted to because it seemed like a good idea at the time. But if we just cross this little bit of whatever you call that river thing, let's see. Oh yeah. So as you can see over there, there's a couple of floating islands, which is even cooler once we get closer. But you've got a little bit of savanna here, and then I think this is what's called a windswept savanna. And that's where I've set up shop. So you can sort of see some of the stuff I've been building. Obviously, there's the bridge, but I've also got this big old tower over there that I've been working on. Just a little bit. Let's see. So yeah, windswept savanna, pretty darn cool. And then that waterfall right there, that's one that I built. This is actually one of the first structures I created because I found these turtles. Why are you all in the hole again? Bruh. Anyway, I found these turtles here and was like, oh my gosh, I can make baby turtles. So I got some kelp, not kelp, but whatever the seagrass thing you use to breed turtles is. And I bred some turtles and they planted their egg, laid? Yeah, laid their eggs in here. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want like zombies and stuff to break them. So I created this little fence that I haven't torn down for some reason or made prettier. And I might just leave it like this and maybe cover it up later. I don't know. But if we come over here, I've got boats here because I'd be doing that. But if we swim underneath this thingermy, you can see there's some stuff over there that I've been building. But come up here. This is my starter base. First thing I ever built in this world. I don't know where the best spot to view it from would be. It's kind of a hard thing to view. I can come on top here, I guess, to get a better look at it. Maybe. I forgot about this. I had this brilliant idea a little while ago. I was like, hey, I'm gonna create this like pond thing that's also a waterfall on both sides. So I did. And you still can't see it very well. Anyway. Maybe. That's pretty good. Alright, so that's my starter base. Kinda nice. Very, very early game materials, which I tend to use in a lot of my builds. And here we have a little map I've made, and I think that's a bigger map that I started working on and didn't finish. Close this. Lodestone because I kept getting lost. Mineshaft. And if we come on top here, I don't like roofs, so I tend to just go for like a very flat roof or an incredibly geometrically precise roof. And either way, it's super annoying, but I think I prefer the flat roofs just because they're easier. And this one you can actually see outside because Minecraft physics don't work like real life. Who cares? And then, let's see, what's the next thing I built? That's a good question. I think it was that one up on the hill there with the acacia. I don't even know what you'd call that. but there's acacia with it. And that was originally to house my nether portal, but I moved that later. But I guess we can go up and see that. There's a lot of stuff in here, though. Ignore the sounds. This is completely ethical. This is so ethical. Don't worry about it. There's nothing unethical going on here at all. Where did my door go? Anyway. As you can see, I used to have the nether portal here, but then I broke it because I wanted to move it. Also, the most annoying floor ever. It looks kind of cool, but it's also super annoying. And I don't think I'll be making this kind of floor again. But nice little building. I never finished the roof for some reason. I guess I forgot about that. Pretty cool. And then the next thing I built was this building right here, which is actually one that I created in a creative mode world and brought over to this world using Lightmatica, and that was a pain. But in here is my farm, which is very, very farm-y. I've got, like, many dogs all over the place. Donkey. Cows, sheep, and these guys, whatever they're called, chickens. Another dog. Oh, I'm gonna sprint. And then I've also got a couple LAs. Oh yeah, there's the other one. I got two of them. Every time I walk in here, I get masses of eggs. It's so much fun. Okay. And then I think this is the next thing I built. And this, once we get there, I can get some food. And actually, there's carrots here. Oh yeah, I guess I should mention originally I had a farm over there in front of my starter base, and then I moved it over here because it was really small over there, and also I wanted the waterfall to be right where it was. Let's see. Oh yeah, I can give you a tour of all my pets later. But in here is my beautiful storage room / base that I've been using for the past while. Oops. Hold on. I need you guys to move. There we go. Alright. This storage room, I built it because I was tired of having to look through every single chest in existence to find my items. And then realize that I'm gonna do that anyway, no matter what. Also, yeah, I have already gotten to the end. I've just got the omelet. Earlier version of an omelet, whatever that is, the egg, the dragon egg. Just got it sitting in here, because why not? I've got some armor and elytra. So fun fact, my first set of diamond armor I had, and then decided, oh hey, it would be a good idea to go fight the Wither. And then just completely messed up the fight so badly that I lost literally everything except for, I think, yeah, like 3 Wither roses. And ended up having to change the world to peaceful to actually survive in the slightest. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure there would still be a Wither basically just in my basement, which is not fun. Let's see. I got some food. Suppose I should mention my storage system is very interesting because, basically I went in and I was like, okay, this column is for wood, this column is for cobblestone and some cobblestone variants, as is this one. And then completely ignored that and was like, oh my goodness, I forgot about that. But I've got a happy gas harness in here with all the saplings. I mean, that's pretty normal, right? That's pretty normal. That's not. I've just got some random books in here. This one looks pretty good. It's like stuff you need iron to make. I think I was gonna start using this one for minecart supplies, but I just didn't ever do that. More stone variants. Bunch of random stuff. And then over here, I was like, oh, hey, I'll put like all the natural stuff in here. And I've filled each of these with some of a lot of different things, including 5 tall grass. I'm pretty sure those are like kind of rare, but that's cool. Some lovely stuff in here. Ignore the fact that I only have 1 apple and 1 poppy in here. I just realized I should probably get more of those. More stuff. My entire egg collection. And then I was like, oh man, I gotta continue it over here. Even though I had already started using this for hostile mob drops. As you can see, hostile mob drops. Because glow squid are very, very hostile. More fun stuff. Oh yeah, redstone. Because I definitely use redstone all the time in my day-to-day life. I don't even know what's going on in here. Singular tropical fish? I think this is supposed to be like wool and dyes and stuff. Thread supplies, I guess. Breeze rods and wind charges. A lot of these chests are actually really empty because I haven't gotten around to putting stuff in them. But there's just... Okay, hold on. Turns out armadillo scoots are really easy to get if you just breed up like 20 armadillos. I've got lore I was creating in a world that I never intended to show anybody else. I gotta stop cleaning up while I'm actively showing off my house. This is a pathway to a different section of my base that I closed up, I think, because I was trying to do stuff with zombies and I didn't want them to get out. I've got my cats. We've got... The only one named right now is Frankalicious. But we've got these 2 lovely things. The Jellycat. At some point I'll set up like a smelting setup, but for now that's fine. And then I've got more stuff over here. So I'm gonna get my armor and stuff back on, and then I'll show you the rest of it. The rest of the base. Yeah, that works. Okay. Actually, I'll go through here. Because I gotta get rid of this at some point. Alright, there's a little way up there. In here, this is a XP farm I made out of armadillos. And there's a zombie in here. I think his name's Herbert or something. This is my armadillo farm. Incredibly ethical. I definitely don't just keep them in a pit. Oh yeah, I've got soul speed, so I started making this because I was like, oh hey, I can get around my base so much faster, and it's kind of annoying at times. Because, yeah, I'll like start going fast and stop going fast, and it's kind of trippy. Also, Endermen really suck. But I don't care enough to turn it off. Oh, this is one of my favorite things because down here I have a dolphin for Dolphin's Grace. So what I've created is... Here, I can show you what this is. Now, as you can see, I'm all the way over here now. And this is quite a ways away, like at the end of the base. I had a dolphin over here at one point, but it died somehow. Very sad. Anyway, if I slowly crawl back, because I don't have dolphin over here. You can see some of my farm extending out. Very lovingly called a farm, despite the fact that it's 4 rows of produce. Let's see, I think after... Oh yeah, I think after the storage house, I built this thing up over here, which is probably my favorite build in the whole world, if I'm being honest. Let's see. I wonder if I can find... Let's get on top of you. Yeah, it's a pretty good view of it. It's just this little tower thing. I really like it. I did somewhat of an interior with it as well. Because it's a tower, I didn't want it to be, like, incredibly complete. But I did want it to have some kind of purpose beyond just being a random tower in my base. So this is my enchanting setup. Very enchanting, I know. And... oh, I see. Okay. We can actually run up on top here. And this roof was very interesting to build, and I kind of just fought with it for like ages and then decided, you know what, whatever. But one of my favorite parts is that back here we've got a neat little inlet area, I guess, almost cave thing. But this, at some point, I'm gonna build something inside it, because if I come over here, I started digging something out a little bit, but I can actually access this from my tower. I don't know why that's there, but... and then there's also access to the top from the outside of the tower, because I wanted that. Oops. You know. Oh yeah, this thing, I don't know when I built that, but this is another waterfall. Oops. I built because I was going through a phase. And this one starts up here, and there's like a little waterfall and then a pool, and then it was supposed to be a little waterfall, but it got out of hand pretty darn quick. And I just didn't really want to fix it. So it stayed how it is. Not horrible, but not the best. And then, let's see, I think next I'll show you my villager trading hall, which is incredibly ethical. So far, I've got each room themed after a different food item, except I forgot I had the cobblestone and granite wall. I'll need to fix that at some point. This one, it was kind of sort of just block spam, and then I was like, hey, wait a minute, it looks like a chocolate chip cookie, which then prompted me to create the cake room. And at some point, I'll get around to like actually making it look like a decent cake. But I've got more villagers down here. And then the villager breeder is through here. We've got a few guys in here. And then oops, through here, I've got a little tunnelway, because I like tunnels. And this leads to... there's actually a pretty good like cave tunnel system that was already in here. And this leads to the back of the barn area and this monstrosity. Which, let's see, I think if I come up here, yeah. This is something that I've been working on for a little bit now, and I really don't know what I want to do with it. It's kind of just here because I was like, I want to build something out of deep slate, so I did. I've tried a little bit of using different blocks to add some texture in there, and I think it would work if I did more. I just ran out, and there's actually, you can't see it from here, but there's a gap on the corner where I haven't finished it because I ran out of blocks. But this is also, the colors are all different because I'm letting it oxidize on the build, because I was like, I'm not waiting for it to oxidize on the ground, mine it, and then put it back up in the build. And right now, there's no real doorway, there's just a hole in the wall. And also candles for some reason. I've started on a little bit of an interior in here, but there's really nothing in here worth noting. And then we come over here. Oh. Okay then, I'm gonna go take a nap real quick. Actually, I'm gonna come down here, show you this. This is just a spider spawner I found and converted into a wonky XP farm. I'll call it that. And then I've got tinted glass on the floor here, and I think that's a redstone lamp. But the way it works is I can turn this off and let spiders spawn, and then I turn it on and they can't spawn. And I would just sit in this room and let spiders spawn. This was before I had any kind of a decent XP farm, so this was my XP farm for like a really long while. But I've got random stuff in the chest. I had like a dozen furnaces on me for some reason, so I just put them in various places around the room. Same with the copper bars. And I had extra tinted glass. Kind of just block spam. Anywho, suppose before I show you the backyard, I should show you all my pets. I'll sleep first, though. Alright, so in here we've got the 4 cats. The only one that's named, of course, is Frankalicious. And he was my first cat I got, which is why he's named. And then through here, this is my Happy Ghast. I think the Happy Ghast was the first pet of any kind I got, and his name is Spry, which I did not name him first. I named Sprite first. I don't know why he reminds me of Sprite, he just does. And then I was like, what's a version of Sprite but for like flying? And Spry kind of rhymes with sky. And then I've also got in here a Nautilus named Spritz, because I figured that'd be the water version of Sprite. I got a couple fish in here as well. I think I might have had more at one point, but I don't know what happened to him. And then I've got a lovely little Strider. I don't want to call it a reserve. Maybe more like a cage that he can't escape. And this is Spire. Because, like, higher. It made sense at the time. My nether portal, I moved into here because I thought that made more sense to have all the nether stuff be connected. And also, it's a little closer to the base I use most of the time. And then over here, I've got this little guy named Pinky. Because for some reason, I got him like earlier this morning, so just a few hours ago. And for some reason, I hadn't got an axolotl before then, which is a little out of character for me. Alright, so now I will show off over here. There's realistically nothing I particularly want to show off. I've got a melon and pumpkin farm, which I built and was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to use this diagonal method because it looks super cool and it's probably really effective or something. And then I realized going in a straight line would probably be way better because then I can just get all the melons at once and not have to worry about breaking the stems. I'll fix it at some point, but I'm lazy. And that's straight up just for villager trading. Which is also why I built the sugarcane farm, which I used trapdoors because I kept getting sick of falling in the water. And there's quite a bit of it. I get like 2.5 stacks every time. Oh yeah, there's also some random creeper holes that I haven't fixed because I'm lazy. More floating sky islands. Actually, if I go take a trip into the air, I go high enough, which in theory I can. Yeah, sorta, you can sorta see it, but this whole thing is really just one big island where this is the only thing connecting it to any other kind of land source, and then this bridge is what connects it to, I guess, more of a mainland. And then the bridge itself just kind of spawned because I was bored. And I've done a little bit of texturing on the sides here with andesite, but there's some spots I want to go back and redo or like do better. It's definitely unfinished, but it's a pretty good start. I really like the curves. Arches. Alright, and then there are a few other things, but they're all, like, really far away for some reason, and I don't really wanna go fly over to them right now, because it would take a while. So, the bridge is actually the reason for that is because I was trying to create a path to a different house I built that is, um, the Nether over in that direction, like, way thousands of blocks over there, that's the first Nether fortress I found. So I built a house in the overworld so I could, like, have a base of operations. And really, it's just annoying to get to because it's a really long way away through the Nether and really dangerous, and I don't wanna do that. But it's also ridiculously far away in the overworld, and, like, it's basically just a straight line that way from here, but I don't like going there. And then, obviously, I beat the dragon because I was bored one day, and the stronghold I found for that is over that direction somewhere. A heck of a lot closer than the Nether fortress is, but, like, still farther than I wanna go in the overworld. However, it's pretty close comparatively in the Nether. And then the Nether, my original spawn is here. This is a warped forest, which is a massive warped forest. This was something I built to get Spire home, because if I come over here, I'm actually pretty high up as it is. Like, the lava lakes are pretty far down. Let's see. Yay. Okay. So, this is the Nether. I'm not wearing my Nether gear, but it's pretty chill. There's a lot of pigmen here for some reason. But if I come over this way, past a lot of really sketchy stuff, we will find another Nether portal. And this one leads to Stronghold, yay! In the end, yay! I've only beaten the dragon once because I didn't want to bother doing it again yet. I might at some point, but like, meh. Anywho, at some point I'll head over to over there. I think I've called it Neverett's house for some strange reason. At some point I'll go over there and show that off to you, because it's a pretty cool house and I really like it. It's just freaking far away. Anywho, that's my world. So I will see you later. Talk to you later. I don't know. Right now I'm just talking to myself and staring at my own skin, which is kind of weird when you think about it. That's probably enough of an awkward pause. Alright, goodbye.